More Aboriginal Americans are finally confronting the fact that their entire lineage was manipulated on paper. The problem is that you're late to the game and think that's our problem, and it's not. Now, as for your idea that most can't prove their ancestors were called Indian, who is most exactly? This isn't some made up phenomenon. I have seen my clients' ancestors listed as Indian on one document and Negro or colored on the next. That's not confusion, that's identity alchemy. And for those of us whose ancestors weren't initially labeled as Indian, we still have naming patterns, land histories, oral tradition, and blood memory. But let me guess, because your research is so shallow or non existent, not everybody else's identity is questionable too. See, I get it now. You're not really curious. You're just uncomfortable with people remembering what they were never supposed to. In the cherry on top, you tried to wrap this in just my humble opinion, but there's nothing humble about speaking on entire bloodlines you don't belong to or understand. You're not asking this to understand. You're just echoing the narrative of the memory thieves, that if it wasn't written in ink by the meth maggots, then it couldn't possibly be true. That's not humility. That's indoctrination. So, let me say this one time for the people in the back. Identity alchemy exists because of this exact mindset. When our ancestors were renamed, mislabeled, or forced to hide who they were, and in some cases, some of our ancestors took on the black label just so they wouldn't be forced onto reservations or be unalived by the cornstarch crawlers.